Video started?
Yep, I started it.
All right. Get rid of my phone.
Pull up my pants.
That doesn't look too bad.
No, it's really, really good. So is this brown sugar?
No, it's actually gold dust.
Oh.
It's like a gold sugar dust and then caramel.
Oh, yeah.
Rim it with caramel and then put
That's
the
a
gold
problem.
dust around. Mm-hmm. It's really pretty.
How's her microphone sound, Daniel?
Dacia, will you say something?
Something.
I'm not getting anything off of Dacia.
Is
That's
it
weird.
turned on?
Hello?
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 Yeah, I think we just need to turn you up a little.
Hello?
One more?
Hello?
Oh, there's Dashia Hopp.
Here I am.
What a brilliant last name for your business.
Oh, heck. Told you, we had it planned from the very beginning.
Yes. Okay, so.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
There's also
Hi.
the video.
So this is podcast actual one, number 2.
Yes, so volume 1, number 2
Yes.
Hey.
of the 5 happy hour with Ginger.
Yep. And we do have drinks. What's this drink right here you made me?
That's a dark chocolate white Russian caramel thing that
It's
Melissa came up
really,
with.
really good.
Thanks.
And
What's
this
on the
is-
rim?
Yeah. What's on the rim
So
again?
it's caramel drizzle and then, or caramel, rimmed in caramel and then like a gold dust powder.
Okay.
Looks like a meteorite just
Right.
Mm-hmm.
coming through. Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, we're sitting with
We're at the
Dacia.
dive.
Yeah, we're
in
at the
Richland.
dive in Richland. Is it Richland or West Richland?
It's Richland.
Okay,
Yep.
Richland.
Yep.
And she also owns Bombing Range Brewing Company.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. It sits, it's a little brew area with White Bluffs right over there.
The
as
brewing
well.
district in Richland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yes.
Solar Spirits is right behind us too.
Yep.
So
Are they
it's
still
kind of a-
going right now?
Oh, yeah.
Someone asked
Well,
me.
they're still going, but I don't think that they are doing tastings or anything right now. But
Oh, okay.
They're still making their stuff because we're still buying it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have happy hour, and this is Daniel, the
Hello.
hostess with the mostest.
Hostess? Okay, we can
Hostess.
go there.
Oh.
And I'm Ginger with the Vibe and
Breaking
Texclamation
news.
and what else? Cork and Fork.
So, yeah,
And a nice early morning happy hour.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
on a Monday.
Yeah. On a
Love it.
Monday. Yes,
love
but
it.
you're close on Monday, so it worked out well.
Yes.
The dive is.
Yes.
Bombing Range isn't.
Correct. It's still
Okay.
open.
So let me ask before we get into this. Did we go to high school together?
Yes.
Isn't that horrible?
Yes.
Is it horrible that you went to high school together?
You didn't go to Kamaika.
Yeah, I did.
Oh no.
And so yeah, and
Local girls.
yeah.
I thought you were definitely a bomber or a
No,
camper.
no, my
But-
kids did, but not me.
Okay, it's because my cousin April,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, Ginger, you went to school with Dacia. And she told me that when I moved back here because I was gone for like
Yeah.
15. And I'm like, I remember Dacia, but I don't remember going to school with her. I thought maybe you knew. We all knew Richland people and
Yeah,
sort of
no,
thing.
we actually went to school together. I
Did
remember
we
it.
hang out?
Oh, once or twice in a maybe a get together or two.
Yeah, so I moved to the East Coast. And I
I did.
swear I can't remember anything before I moved to the East Coast. It is the weirdest thing.
Sometimes
It's in the water.
Yeah,
Well, no, it was
sometimes
the
it's
80s, and you drank
Oh,
like
sorry.
a crazy person all the
It's in
time.
the
I
water.
did.
Not,
I don't know
not
about
now
you.
though, right?
Yeah. Well, we're much more careful with the way
Yes,
we drink
yes,
now.
that's true.
And we now actually we can sustain our alcohol, right? Better.
Yes,
Well, some of
sometimes.
us, most of us,
Yeah.
I should hope.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you always wanted to have a restaurant and brewery, or how did it even start?
Well, so I worked in the service industry, worked in restaurants forever, and so did my husband. That's where we met. Actually, was at Red Robin in Richland,
Oh, okay.
and he hired me.
Oh, he was your manager even.
Well, yeah, he did
Oh,
hire
a little
me.
fraternization.
Yeah, was that
Okay.
even allowed?
No.
Okay.
No, but so anyway, I left soon after we
The
started.
scandal.
Yes, I left soon after. But anyway, so that's where we met. That he was into it, I was into it, loved it. So when we got married and stuff, we always knew we wanted to do something, and we actually always wanted to open up a little bar and restaurant called the Dive. Brewery was nowhere even in our sights at that time.
Which is the first one you opened, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, Mike started brewing beer in the garage years and years and years ago, and I hated it because it looked like a meth lab going on in there. He had all this stuff.
And doesn't it kind of smell too?
Well, yeah, it's not too bad though. Little batches, they're just
Uh-huh.
little batches, so it's not not anything too bad. But he just kind of fell in love with it, and he was doing really good at it. So
He makes good beer.
yeah, so we were like, well, maybe this is going to be our little dive bar instead. You
Right.
know, let's look into this. And I don't think he really took me serious. I mean, he did, but he didn't.
Well, he's a police officer.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
And he's still working.
Yes.
Because I know that you have gone into the rest. You're into your businesses now
Yes,
full time,
yes.
which you weren't for the first year.
First 3 years.
First 3 years. Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I still worked both jobs too. But yeah, I've been out of my other job now and here full time for a year.
Okay.
So yeah, so I just one day I got on the computer and started filling out applications and licenses, and next thing I knew, I sent him pictures and he's like, "What?
Well,
so
have
you're
you guys
serious? We're doing this?"
So have you guys been saving up for it for quite a while, but like it always being kind of the dream,
Yeah,
or
we knew at some point we were going to do something.
because we all know it takes money to start a
it
restaurant.
does
Yeah.
take a little bit of help.
Yeah.
But we were super fortunate too. We kind of fell into the old White Bluff spot, you know.
Yeah.
They moved out and then in like February, and we went over and looked at the place in like April. So
Okay.
they were only out for a couple months, so we went and checked it out. Now they took everything out, so everything but the bar. You
Yeah.
know, they left the bar in there, so that was at least nice. We could kind of visualize where we were gonna, you know,
Right.
do stuff. But yeah, we just kind of fell into it,
And were you planning to do food the whole time?
eventually we were going to do food
Okay.
over there, not right away, and we didn't even for like the first 2 months. We didn't have anything. We just had food trucks and stuff out there. But Ethos moved out of next door.
Right, because they were. That's right. I forgot that they were there.
So they again
how many
kind of.
locations are they going to have?
I
for
don't
crying out
know.
loud?
Gosh, I hope. Well, I think they're doing it right now.
Yeah, well, they're opening also right next to Wine Social.
Yeah, I saw
There's
that.
going to be 2 locations.
So that's good. That means they found their spot.
Yeah.
So that's good. So yeah, so we were like, okay, well, this kind of fell into our laps now too. We can either take that place over, put a hole in the wall, and have, because they couldn't take that great big oven. They did that wood-fired oven that they did all their bread and stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great pizza oven.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we ended up doing that a lot sooner than we thought we were going to. Which support was great. They worked right with us.
And the food is fantastic.
Thanks.
It's really, really good. So,
Thanks.
how did you try for a long time to come up with your menu and the recipes? Did you do that all kind of yourself?
Yeah,
or?
and we did a lot of tastings, quote unquote, at our house.
Okay.
With friends and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, different ideas and things that we wanted to bring over there.
Right.
And kind of narrowed it down that way.
Okay. All right. And then the dive opened how long? A year ago now?
A year ago in July.
Gosh, it had. Oh yes, it's just been over a year then.
Yep.
And okay, so when I come in here, because I go to both places, I've been told a couple of different times that you guys like to be completely separate. So do you even serve bombing range beer here?
We do have a couple. Oh, so it's hit and miss. When they sell it to me, I get it.
Okay.
But not always, because they end up, you know, we've been pretty fortunate and they go through it in the tap room pretty good. But Dive Bomber Bombing Range makes for us the hazy IPA, one of the hazy IPAs, and it's literally just here.
Yeah.
So they don't serve it over there. It's just ours.
Okay.
And then when we have Days Pay, or you know, our Awanaways the Heffy, the
Yeah.
German Heffy, stuff like that. Every once in a while, I'll get lucky and they'll sell me a
How many
keg.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm assuming. See, I always assume everybody who's going to listen to this knows who you are, and so Bombing Range is a brewery that has great food, completely different than the Dive's food. Dive has completely different menu, and hard liquor, which Bombing Range does not have, but they're right next door to each other.
Yeah.
And they're both quite a bit different brands. I mean, not
Yeah, no, we tried to keep them completely different and
Yeah.
separate.
right. In the Tri-Cities, Washington.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's going to listen to this. We
That's
might
very
get
true.
somebody
That's
over.
true. That's
well,
true.
it's going to go on the Vibe website, and believe it or not, the Vibe website, half of its hits come from the West Side. Sometimes more than locally.
Really?
So I don't know if people are, and they're staying on the site. So they're searching around, and it definitely doesn't look like it's a Tri-Cities, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like it's a Seattle site or anything. But we have lots of people that come over here, and we have a lot of transplants that are like there during the week and that live over here on
Sure.
the weekend kind of a thing. So it's very interesting. So anyways, you just never know who's going to be listening to
Yeah.
it. So.
No, that's great.
All right, so now the dive, you have, I tried your poutine the other day. Did I say it right, or is it
Poutine?
Poutine.
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 P-O-U.
What was your option?
Poutine could be fun too.
I think we should incorporate that
That's
somewhere.
that's the late night menu.
Ginger's poutine.
Oh man.
Listen, the 80s, poon was a big word.
It was.
Yes.
It was.
Or was it the 90s? I don't know. They all meld together.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was amazing. I
Well,
mean,
thanks.
and I don't think I've ever really had poutine. I've never been interested in it. You've got to try it if you haven't had it.
I have had the poutine here.
Oh yeah, it's got tri-tip on it, cheese curds, gravy is house made, right?
Mhm.
Oh my god! So
I don't think
and
I've
then
been
steak
anywhere
fries.
with poutine and I haven't ordered it. You see
Yeah.
it and you go,
You
oh,
want
okay.
it.
Yeah,
If you
you're
like
excited.
poutine, yeah.
Mhm.
If you like poutine, you want to try it anytime.
Yeah. Anyways, so tell me what the most popular dishes are.
Here at the dive.
Yeah. And then bombing range. I wanna know about
The most popular dishes probably is the poutine,
Okay.
the tri-tip dip.
Oh, I haven't had that yet.
That's pretty
Smothered
popular.
with cheese.
Like a sandwich.
It's it's
Okay.
like a French dip, but made with tri-tip, and then it's got like sautéed onions and
Ooh.
Swiss cheese and
Oh my God, I'm so hungry.
creamy horseradish.
Okay.
So that's
That's
probably one
proper
of
cheese
that
steak.
yeah, or like our believe it or not, our local mochos are super popular.
What's loco mocha?
It's like white. It's from the Hawaiian Islands, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
like white rice, gravy, the same gravy that we use on the poutine.
Okay.
So it's got gravy, and then it's got spam,
Oh, right.
Oh, you do it
fried,
proper.
fried spam,
Nice.
Portuguese sausage,
Wow.
and an egg on top.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty popular.
Although the spam, I'm not sure about. I've never tried it.
You have to.
Really?
It's-
It's salty.
Don't know. It is kind of salty,
Okay.
which is good and bad, but
Okay.
it makes the dish, I think.
Would I get my face ripped off if I asked for a substitute of tri-tip to pay more?
Yeah.
Okay.
You better not ever get your face ripped off at either of my places. Actually,
I don't mean it in that way, and I don't think anyone ever would. By the way, you have a bartender over at the bombing range that I just adore. I don't even remember his name. I feel so bad. Real thin, tall,
Tequin?
Are you gonna remember the name?
light
if she tells
brown.
you?
No,
Well, we
Okay.
only, long hair?
it's straggly kind of hair, not very long. Maybe-
Probably Tequin. He's the only,
And he's
besides
been
my
there for
son,
a
he's the
good
only
long-
tall, skinny kid.
Well, maybe it's your son, and I don't even know.
Well, he's back brewing, so I doubt you.
Oh,
he's not
yeah.
serving anymore, so I doubt you would
Okay,
see
yeah.
him out there
I
too
adore
often,
him.
other than when he comes out to talk to people. But
And I mean, I adore your staff here too, but he just, for some reason, just is the sweetest to me, and just like, oh, Ginger, let me get you your wine, knows what I'm gonna
They're
drink
good.
before I even.
they're all pretty good,
Yeah,
actually.
they're all really, really good.
That is good.
Yeah, it's super important
Yeah,
because they're gone if they're not.
right.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan next? Is there anything
Oh, gosh.
more going on?
Oh,
We're in COVID
God.
right now, if you didn't know, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard. We're open 50% outside still and 25% inside.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the rule, or 6 feet apart. So we're really fortunate. Both places actually have pretty good patio space, but of
Mhm.
course this one in the summer was amazing because of all the big trees.
Right. Are you gonna put heaters out there for? fall?
Yeah, we actually have
Good
a
plan.
whole thing planned. We have a big, huge 10 by 20
Mhm.
3-sided tent with heaters and stuff that we're going to put out
Great.
there.
Right. So what kind of things, I mean, obviously, not as many customers. We all went through the struggle of doing to-go only. What kind of things, if anything, good have you recognized through this that helps you with moving forward?
Well, we were super lucky with both places, especially this place. We'd only been open 6 months before all that
Oh,
happened,
right.
and so for the last 6 months of business, when it was supposed to be, that's when we were looking forward to, because the spring and summer and fall out here is awesome.
Right.
And then you take that out, and then we've just got this little space. So
Right.
so we were really looking forward to having a great spring, summer, fall. Well, obviously that's
I mean, that just disappeared.
disappeared.
Wow, it did, yeah.
Yeah. So
You were one of the first, though, along with some other places. I was pretty proud of the Tri-City restaurants. They all kind of became inventive with what
we
they were
had to.
doing.
We
Yeah,
had to.
with the cocktails to go. I know I got one of your mimosa packets,
Mhm.
things to go, and you did some breakfast
we
here
did
at the
do some
dive for a
breakfast.
while.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
You're not
I
still
didn't hear
doing
about that.
breakfast.
No,
So-
we're hoping to get back to it though.
Oh,
It
you
was-
are?
Well, nobody likes cold breakfast, and by the time you get it home,
Yeah.
you have to warm it up. There's only a few
Mhm.
certain things that warm up or stay. Biscuits and gravy are great because they stay pretty
Yeah.
hot, you know. But some of that stuff, you know, so
Yeah, the eggs and
yeah,
things like
we
that.
just wanted to wait until we were more inside again and,
Okay.
could serve.
Because there isn't
breakfast
anything
hot.
out here for breakfast. There needs to
No,
be.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So we're hoping to get that back in the next couple months.
And I'm sure you'll have a chicken fried steak,
Oh,
probably as
yes.
big as your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did have it, and it was good. I mean, like I said, our breakfasts were always good. People
Right.
they were great. They would actually, you know, but I don't know. For me, I was just like, it's hard to get really excited about it when you know it's going to go home. They're going to have
Yeah.
to warm it up. And
Yeah.
Breakfast is very hard.
It is. You want to do it when it's hot. So
Right.
anyway, so yeah, so that's we're waiting just to get a little bit more. Hopefully someday soon we'll at least get 50% capacity in here and be able to,
Yes.
you know, be in phase 2.
Correct. Well, you do have online ordering for both places, right?
Nope, just for here.
Just for here. Really?
Yeah.
I thought Bombing Range had it too for some
You
reason.
can call in a to-go order, but you can't order online.
Okay. Okay.
And
And you're
they're-
not doing delivery anymore.
No,
Okay.
no.
That's quite expensive. I would
Well,
think.
it was expensive, but it was hard to. We only, you know, we had like 1 or 2 drivers, and we did Richland and West Richland, but people were really, which was great. They were taking advantage of it, but
Yeah.
our, of course, the drivers and servers, and it was really chaotic there for a while
Right.
because if we did happen to get, you know, a Thursday or Friday night where everybody decided to eat out or to call takeout, and we had all those deliveries,
Right.
it was getting a lot for the kitchen to
Yeah.
handle and
Yeah, I agree.
stuff like that. So
I'm
we
sure
just
it
decided
was.
to.
Um,
Once we could sit
It never
back
comes
inside.
nice and even. It's all at once.
Yeah, it is, and which we were very grateful for. And people were, and I'll tell you, people at both places have been so awesome.
Just
during-
understanding customers.
Yes,
that are
yes.
Good.
If you know they called in an order and it's going to be an hour and a half, they were like, "That's fine, no worries."
Yeah, but you know what though,
Wow.
Dacia, your brand
Had a good
is very
expectation.
both places neighborhood friendly in the essence of I think a lot of people that come here and it feels like it, they're your friends, not necessarily your
If they
run-of-the-mill
aren't when they come in,
restaurant.
they are when they leave.
Right, and
so-
it feels like that. It doesn't
Yeah.
just. But what I found was interesting when I came in here the other night because I came in here and had dinner first at the dive, and then we decided to go over to Bombing Range because my mother wanted one of your jalapeno pizza, which is bomb. Jalapeno popper pizza.
big popper.
Oh God, it's so good. Anyways, so we came here first, and I found it very interesting. And I always pay attention to this, and maybe I'm the only one. The demographics of the people were totally different, which surprised me. I mean, I'm sure there's serious crossover. Don't
There
get
is.
me wrong, but it was very interesting to see because I sat here for a good hour and a half, and then we went over there for a good 30 minutes or so and had a drink, and both very friendly. But it was interesting to see the diversity. Do you
The
find that a
atmosphere is
lot?
different. You think the atmosphere is a little different?
No,
then,
it was
or-
the people, the customers.
We do.
I always notice that.
Which is why we kind of wanted to do something completely different too, is
Mm.
because we could bring in then maybe those that like cocktails
Right.
or they want a burger.
Right.
You know, we can't do burgers next door. We don't have a fryer at Bombing Range, so we could do fries and we could do stuff over here, wings, you know, stuff over here that we can't do over there.
Right.
And we have the liquor license here, so we can do, you know, cocktails and stuff. And there's a lot of people around that. That's what
And
they.
that
That's what
drives
they
me-
drink.
Yeah, I know.
They want drinks. They don't want beer or wine.
Well, it's so hard because it drives me crazy, and I understand why they do it because I've been in the industry for so long. Places that that only offer beer, or places that only. Now I understand being a focus. You know, we're a tap house. We do this, but you know, I don't really drink beer. I want to have wine. You have great wine over there. I think you use Cooper, don't you?
We have Cooper and we have Lone Birch, which is Airfield Estates' second
Oh,
label.
all right.
Oh, okay. I don't think
Yeah.
I've tried that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. But you're right. But that's a perfect example. Is we have
It's like a restaurant.
12 beers of our beers on tap and 2 choices for wine. Well, 2 brands for wine. We have, you know, all the different, you know, Pinot, Chardonnay, all those. But it's definitely focused more on beer.
Yep.
But we do have the wine.
Right, right.
And
So, for
cider.
example, you know, I'm not going to say who, but one of my clients, you know, they opened up and they just did this specific specialty cocktail. And God bless them, I'm their marketing person. I'm like, you got to have a little something. And they weren't even allowing them to do a vodka soda with these, and they have vodka.
Who's they? Like, I don't understand. I'm not trying to say, but they wouldn't let them do
The
like
business wouldn't.
Yeah,
Like the
they were
business
doing
wouldn't let the
specialty
staff-
cocktails with hard alcohol, but wouldn't let them do just a
just a
soda.
plain vodka soda.
Or, something like that. I mean, and now it's changed, right? They've been open longer. And I do get it from the standpoint of it's expensive
Oh, it is.
to stock up all the different stuff. And
It is.
yeah.
And it takes time. I mean, we still are building our alcohol. We
Right.
get customers that come in and specifically ask for a specific scotch
Okay.
or a specific bourbon or whatever it is. And if we don't have it, Melissa is really
God,
good.
that's a
and
good
the next,
It's
not
really
fun.
good.
The next time they come in, it'll be here for them.
Nice.
Right.
And she'll remember. I mean, our bartenders will remember. Oh, you were the one with
Bartenders
the
get
whatever,
very good like that, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, it does take time and it does take money to get that stocked up.
Gary said this wasn't going to be an interview, and I've just been drilling her the whole time. Like, I mean,
It's okay. It's all right.
I
You're good.
I just don't know
Just
much
keep checking.
about your businesses. I mean, I
Yeah,
come
no,
to
I'm glad you're asking.
Okay.
Glad you're
It's nice.
asking.
Well, people do notice the things sometimes that
Yeah.
you don't get to hear about. a
Yeah.
lot. And so it's okay.
No, and
And-
I mean, it's brilliant that you have the diversification, is what I'm trying to say.
Chocolate on your lip.
Where here?
Yeah, there you go.
Got a little rim on there.
Got a
Oh,
little rim.
another one. Oh, that's sick.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. What is it, 10 yet?
Yeah.
With my Poontine, I'm now
Yeah.
having,
Rim,
Yeah.
rim lip.
yeah. So, do you have, I know you paired, the menu did go down for a while there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's just going to be the way it is, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's sticky, but it's a good sticky.
I know.
That's-
It's just, it's
There
cute.
we
go. I
It's
heard.
like a little mole. It's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
A little freckle.
Claudia Schiffer.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I look and I've just got stuff. There's chocolate everywhere. So, have you brought back your French onion soup next door?
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yes.
For those of you who don't know, and I don't know if you love French onion soup, I absolutely love French onion
It's
soup.
hard.
Best in town.
Good.
Next door.
It's
So
nice
far,
that somebody
I
has to
mean,
do, there has to be
Someone's
one.
got one. Let me know. But
Yeah. Okay. Let me know too.
yeah, we put it on Cork and Fork and it blows up. And
Yeah.
I know I've had a couple of people come in here for it, and they're like, "Wow, it was really good." And I'm like, "Thank God, yeah, it's
Yeah.
good."
It is. No, I we just took the soups away during the
Right.
whole.
Oh, do you do other soups?
We did. We had a clam chowder, and now
Oh.
right now we do a loaded potato.
Oh, I bet that's good.
It is because of course we do. I mean, I'm not a package person. We
Mhm.
do it all
Cream and butter.
ourselves.
So
yeah.
you have full-on chefs, or are they, a kind of assistant chefs, and you guys come up with a menu and have like a, the thing too is your consistency is good, which doesn't happen at a lot of local restaurants.
Does not.
But it's very important.
It is very important.
If I come in and have something somewhere and then I come in 2 days later and have something and it's different, it's
Yeah.
weird. So yeah, no, consistency is huge.
Mhm.
No, neither one of them are full-on chefs, my kitchen managers, but they're both very good at what they do, and
Yep.
they listen and they know our expectations.
And they've been with you for a while, huh? Good.
Yeah, the one here, Rebecca, she's been with us since we opened,
Oh, good.
and Anthony over there has been with us probably. Well, we've been open 4 years. He's probably been with us 2.5,
Okay.
2.5 of the 4 years.
Wow.
So
That's great. Because you did have, there was a chef when you first opened.
Jesse,
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was at Firestone. What
he
was the name of that place?
he owned Fire and Brimstone.
Yes.
Back.
Where's he
in
at
the
now?
day.
Does anybody know?
He works for U.S. Foods. He's my U.S. Foods guy.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Fast foods.
Yeah.
And do you get your liquor from Young's?
Very little. It's hard to get.
Okay, so you know that they laid off
Yeah, it's really hard to get.
you have to do everything online.
It's
crazy.
ridiculous. I don't even know what's happening with them right now, but we do get what we, because they're unfortunately they're Tito's, and some of
Oh,
those.
really?
Mhm.
Okay.
So there's some of those very popular, that people want. You have to have Tito's because
Right.
that's every girl wants Tito's.
Right.
So
When
yeah.
did Tito's start? They didn't always have it.
No,
When I was
I
going
feel
to
like it was
bars as
just
a
like
kid,
the last couple years that
Yeah.
they've really blown
and it's
up.
everywhere.
I mean, it's probably
It's
been
good,
for a
yeah.
long time.
It's a good. It's like they
That's
became
what
the well,
is
right?
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because before that, I mean, you
They
could
were
go to any
mostly
bar, you didn't know
Midwest,
what
and
they were pulling out of
Midwest
that
they were
rack.
super popular.
Oh, that
Okay.
could be.
Yeah, kind of like
They're
the
like
Parliament
Gordon's.
Lights. Now you can find Parliament Lights, or you didn't used to be able
Yeah.
to.
It's true. That's what my mom smoked.
That's going
way
back, yeah.
Growing up, she
Parliaments.
smoked Parliaments. Yeah.
I don't smoke a lot, just 8 a day or something.
I hear you.
80 packs, no problem. No, I'm doing much
It's alright, it
better
makes
with
your voice sexy, right?
I don't
They
know.
say.
I don't know. I've been listening to myself on these and I'm like, oh. But who wants to listen to themselves? If you do, you're kind of a weird person.
Yeah,
If you listen to
no.
yourself all the time. This
I
age, I'm
get
kind of sick of
amazed at
myself.
how high my voice is. I'm like, when did I start squeaking?
You don't squeak.
I feel like it. Listen
Everybody-
to me.
yeah,
when you
so-
go back and listen to this, you're gonna be
Oh.
like, oh,
No.
See if we can't play
there's
with it.
the squeak.
Well,
We'll give
everybody's
you-
their own
We'll drop your
squeak.
bass down.
Yeah.
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 And you're like, when did Mike start doing that? That was Dashia the whole time.
Yeah.
So over here, do you have, how many beer taps do you have? Or do you not, do you mostly have bottled and,
No, we have
12.
12.
oh, okay.
And
you
they
have,
use
usually
10
have
of
one or
them for
two.
beer.
Yep.
Yep, and so what kind of, are you finding that you have a lot of people wanting domestic
No.
beers? It's mostly craft?
Yes.
Okay.
We do have our Coors Light drinkers.
That was one of the non-beer ones I counted.
Yeah. Thanks.
There was a cider
That
and
and
the
the
Coors
Coors
Light.
Light, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's those people that love that, or they love like the Michelob Ultra that
Oh, right.
is in the can, stuff
Yeah.
like they
Ollies or
oh yeah, we have
PBR.
Rainier, PBR,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have all that. The golfers especially, they'll come in after golf
Oh, yeah.
on their way to golf, and that's what they want is their little golf beer. So
Well, I think it's fascinating depending on where you go in the Tri-Cities as well. Like if you go to Richland proper, it is, and Pasco proper as well, craft is not as ordered in a lot of my bar clients. Domestic is king.
I can see that, or even like at Sam's where it's more of a sports type bar. I can
Yeah.
see,
Well, he does pretty good. I think he's got quite a
Both.
bit of craft, yeah.
well, no, I know he does have craft. I
Yeah.
just did for some reason the last I don't know.
Maybe it's bar, like real dive bars, or just
That could-
that's
yeah.
maybe the brand, and that's what
Yeah.
where people flock to for that. What do you think?
About why?
Well, I know Fox and Bear had all craft. Did you
Mhm.
even have any domestics at all?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean that was part of our thing. I mean we were smaller than this too, so like the Coors Light was kind of the
You were about the same as Inside.
10 taps and that I was just speaking of that kind of thing. So we two less I guess.
Yeah.
Why? I mean they've got the growler shop that's out there, Brews is out there. And they
Right.
do a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
fantastic spread. I mean, they've got 50 taps or something like that.
And they're really good about changing them
And
out.
is
They
it
are
Sage
really
over
good
there
about
too,
it.
or isn't it Sage that's over there?
Yeah.
Sage Brewing,
Yeah.
they just
Yep.
opened up out there,
Yep.
and so they're off the freeway, and they're only, I mean, they're their own craft beer.
Right.
So I think it's, just the availability is a little bit different. I mean, Richland has popped up with having the breweries. I mean, it's, for the population that we have, we ought to have more breweries in this town.
Absolutely.
It's interesting when you compare us to, I mean, like when you look at the west side, compare it to the east side,
Yeah.
just for even like, we have different regulations. So you look at the pot shops, right? We've got two
True.
because of the
Yeah.
regulations in the city, and it's almost the same with the breweries and beer that's here, where it's almost every corner you can find a brewery.
Where in
On
Seattle
the
and
east side,
Portland?
Seattle and Portland, and they've
Really?
got,
Side.
I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
I've never paid attention, but
All
I
over the
used to
place.
They're
live
all
there,
over.
but that
No,
was way
there's
before
more
craft.
and there, yeah, and
Same.
there's a lot more people out there, so
Yeah.
they can possibly support it. And we have all the wine.
Yeah.
So the amount of people that I've had come from the west side who think that they've been to the winery that's here because they have a tasting room over in Woodinville or something
Yeah, it's
like
completely
that,
different.
where they think that that's where it's made. So I mean, we've got it all here. Maybe
So how do you find your craft brews at the revolving taps? I take it.
How do I find them?
Yeah. I mean, which is there?
For here?
Yeah.
Well, we ask our representatives what they have on hand.
Well, who's the
But we-
beer person? You and your husband, or is your husband more the beer guy?
Well, he's 100% the beer guy.
Yeah.
I love beer too, and
Okay.
like the one of Eisen over there, the German style Huffy.
that's your jam.
That's my
That
jam.
happy-
I love it. It's so different than any other. It's not Widmer. It's not a wheat. That
We're
kind
gonna
of.
do bombing range next,
Yeah, it's when you can't.
so we'll just go over there and drink beer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, not like later today. I mean,
Yeah.
like the next one.
I know
yeah.
you love beer. I know you love bombing range. I
Well,
do
now that
too.
we're
I love
talking
the
about it,
food.
we gotta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mike's if we kind of know what the customers ask for too. So
Right.
if we can get it, we can get. You know what was hard to get for a while was Coors Light. of all things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I was like, what are you talking? I had to go to Mid-Columbia Spirits just to find cans of Coors Light because
The supply chains changed.
it was insane.
Yeah, they all went. All of that packaged stuff just disappeared
Yeah.
because nobody was buying kegs anymore.
Yep.
And so everything went out through the stores,
Yep.
and they had to refigure out. So they probably pulled, I would imagine, from their supply of out to the bars and things to
Oh, I'm sure.
be able to meet the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cans are in a big shortage right
Yeah,
now
aluminum's
too.
having a hard
so
time.
Oh, that's right, because the Bradley can't. So they were doing to-go cocktails in the
Mhm.
cans, and they can't. They're waiting on cans. They can't get.
yeah,
it.
I got super I got super lucky, and before all this really went down, I ordered a whole nother pallet of
Oh, you just ordered
crowler
that.
cans.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, you fill crowlers?
Yeah, we
as
do
well?
crowlers at bombing range,
Okay.
and so yeah, I was I was lucky because I was.
I know you're gonna go crazy because you don't want it there. It's gonna be there the whole time.
I know. Anyway, so you can cut,
I
you
used
can
to
cut
have
that part
we
out.
will cut that out. There's also we had a bounty on flies, so and that actually works in my house too. So it was for staff. So anybody, it was $1. So if you kill a fly and you bring it, it's $1.
Genius. We have the bug assault guns.
Oh wait,
And
your
so
house for your kids? I'm like, where
I
are
do
you
it for
mailing
my
them
kids.
to? That's how stupid I am. But the place.
I had nieces. I saw some nieces and nephews over the last week or two, and they got a real kick out of that. So because there was like one in the house, they were hunted down.
Oh, I'm sure.
And-
That's
but
great.
in
They're
the
a
restaurant,
living thing,
Oh.
it's
Daniel.
the worst.
It is.
It's a bug in the system, literally.
They're alive for what,
It is.
24 hours?
It's
I mean,
not
they're not. They don't
even.
even have a whole
You don't
life.
know if they've been put into your
They're universal.
to make you grow patience or something.
It's possible. I'll continue to try and learn that lesson. Then.
Okay, then.
And maybe it'll be taught to me if the universe really wants to force
Oh, come
that.
on.
I've
Jennifer,
watched
you
the-
know there's nothing more irritating than a fly.
You want to go universe
fly.
talk? Give me shots.
Fruit,
Yeah.
those fruit flies are what drive me crazy when
Oh.
I'm trying to drink my wine and shit. If they're in a place,
And
that's
you know,
it.
twice a year they're bad. And right now
Yeah.
it's fly season. I mean, right now is like
Yeah.
the worst time ever for flies. But the fruit flies that are like
Spring barrel and
spring-
crush.
Yep, spring and fall are the worst.
Oh, I guess I never pay attention. It's because I drank.
Well,
I drink
well.
and forget.
yeah, that's good. That's why it's and having like the doors that slide open, it's both good and bad.
Right.
It's good and
right.
bad. I love it, but ugh.
Well, here's a question for you. How have you seen? I'm fascinated with this too. I'm so weird. How have you seen your customers change through this? So you have some diehard regulars that go over to BRBC. I'm not sure about here because I haven't been here as much,
See?
but I'm assuming that you do as well.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my other bar clients, although you're not, I wouldn't consider you are a bar, but you're not the. When I say bar, I mean dugout.
The
Right,
VIP
right,
kind of-
bar.
Yeah. They've said that people are drinking less. So they're coming in more with purpose like, oh, we got to go out and eat. So let's go out and eat and have a few beers and not sticking around.
I've heard you said this theory
Not
before.
sticking
so, yeah.
around as long and with friends and having like 4 or 5 drinks.
No, I don't see that here at all.
Okay.
At either place.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
they
kinda stayed
come
the
and
same.
Like I said, I swear we've got the best customers.
Yeah, but
they
you
have
also feel like
have literally kept us
alive.
alive and
Yeah.
moving. I mean, yeah. I mean, we've been super
Like
lucky.
on purpose, they've made a conscious choice to say we're going to go
Yeah.
support them.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And when we were to go only, we were flying through the growler and the crowler,
Mhm.
fills and food too. And so yeah, they kept us moving. But I think everybody is so happy to have a little bit of normalcy back, that to be able to sit inside or sit on the patio, they will be there and
It feels odd to do. I mean, not because it's still different than it was before. It's
Well-
not just going to be the same thing, and it never will be again.
don't
Well,
say that,
yeah.
Dan. Don't say that.
I don't think it'll be the same ever again because like all of the work that you've done, all of the innovations and ways that you've learned how to do things, all of that is now going to be ingrained in what it is that you do and the way that everybody expects it. And I think that there's going to be people that kind of like some of the things that we do. So we won't go back to exactly the same. We're going to go back to like it was with this learned extra thing that we can do, and it'll be good.
You know what else I'm finding too? Again, because I pay way too much attention, I feel like customers have a deeper respect for going out and enjoying where they like to enjoy, where before they took it for granted.
Some sort of more appreciation because
I can see
they
that.
can. I would agree.
Yeah,
For sure.
I can see that.
For sure, because I've never been so damn excited as I was with the first drink somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
Yes.
we had to go to Idaho to do it, to sit in
Yeah.
a restaurant. But
yeah,
but it was we were.
it was the
who
best
were we?
vodka soda I'd ever had in my life. I swear.
We were golfing. I'm like, where were we? We were golfing when we got the thing that came across the email or whatever that said that we could open outside.
Mm-hmm.
Because that came quick.
Oh, and he does that though, does he not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you don't know anything, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, now you can have 25% inside. What? We're not ready. I mean,
And stay up
you
until
know,
11.
yeah.
Even though you're not in the right phase
Only
for
10.
that. No, now you can.
Well, we're not in phase 2.
I know, but
We're
he made a
modifies
special.
1.5.
Yeah. So from what I understand, it's still only 5
Okay.
and 10 o'clock.
5 to
5
p.m.
people.
But do you stay
5
open?
people.
Do you stay open later?
10's
anyways?
our thing anyway, so that was great for us. But yeah, no, we're golfing, and all of a sudden I'm like, we can open tomorrow for outside. I gotta go. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I gotta get stuff set up. I gotta get,
Right.
I gotta make sure I have all my sanitizer and all
You
this.
got social
and
media.
I
You
gotta
gotta
make
figure
sure
out
all
what that
this
even means.
Yeah, exactly. So I was here. I was at bombing range and here probably until midnight that night, getting stuff set up and
Yeah.
ready and signs posted and
Measuring tables.
yes, measuring tables, moving tables, and,
Sanitizing.
sanitizing everything.
Talking to your staff.
Yeah.
Talking to
Maybe one more
yourself.
person
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
in both places.
Get ready, and I'll tell you, it was great. I mean, we were slammed
Yeah.
right after that happened. So, yeah, it was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
What other questions do you have for D? D?
D.
D and
Thanks,
D.
Ginge.
Is this what it feels like to be on the other side of her, where she just kind of just hits it
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you got to perform, we got to do her dance for Ginger?
No, I all these questions. I had no idea. I thought we were just gonna shoot the shit, and then all
That's
of a sudden
what
I
we
was like,
thought,
bam,
too.
bam, bam, bam.
I mean, you did tell me that, but that's all right. It was good. Those are great questions.
So, what are some of your favorite places to go to in town, if you ever get to go anywhere?
Yeah, how often do you even get
Yeah.
to go out?
That's the problem with restaurant owners and bar owners. They don't get to get out much.
No, but I like to. Even if I go out and then come back, you know, I like to see what's out there and who's doing what and where where to go, where I
Right.
want to go, where I'm gonna be. Of course, I love Dovetail. We love Dovetail. That's a new place that.
I'm so happy they're doing
Yeah,
what
I
they're
am
doing
too.
and able to
the
do
food-
like that they're able to keep doing that is
Yeah,
great.
the food is really good over there. I haven't been there since I don't think since before COVID actually because they went to did they even do takeout they did for a little bit but then I think they quit for a
Yeah,
while.
and then it opened up right away.
Yeah.
I think like within the next week or two. They
Oh,
opened
okay,
back up, yeah.
okay. So we
Everybody had to learn on their own.
yeah.
That was, I
and
think,
that
the
was
hard
the
part.
thing. And I mean, there's still some places I think that are uncomfortable with.
They just don't know.
Yeah, they don't know what to do or how to do it or how to survive. And so.
I'd be curious. Yeah, I mean, there's places that aren't going to be open again because
But
just
there's
because
not
of
that many, Daniel. Like I can't think of many
Well,
in the
not.
Tri-Cities.
I don't know. There are probably not places that we went to anyway.
Well, and
Oh.
that might
I mean, I'm
might
not
be.
trying to disparage anyone
Right.
that
Yeah.
lost their business.
But I
because of
hate
it.
to say it, those are people too. I feel like that just did not put any effort in any kind of being in front of people. So like social
that's
media.
another, yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
They didn't know, and
It-
if they didn't know, the reasons why they didn't do anything
Right.
is one thing, and it's entirely to. You
Yeah.
could say that we're allowed to do this. Well, great. What does that even mean? What is
Yeah.
25%? I mean, technically, I guess you can get 99 people in here, maybe, but can you?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oof.
uncomfortably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
So
on
you
top
like-
of each other.
Do you like Dovetail? Where else do you like?
Oh gosh, it depends on our mood, but we'll go up to Hops and Drops has actually been really fun for us because they've had our beer on tap. Bob's has had our beer on
They've
tap.
been very
you
good about buying
distributed?
local.
Huh?
They've
Yeah,
been
they
good
are
about
really
buying
good
local.
about
I
that.
wasn't sure if you were distributing
We do
much.
on occasion
Okay.
if somebody comes and asks us about it and stuff, we will. The problem with doing because both Hops and Drops and Bob's has asked us to be on tap all the time.
Yeah.
But we can't
Service it.
service it. We can't guarantee so many kegs
Right.
every week or 2 weeks or whatever,
Yeah.
So it's harder for us that way. We did get some bigger tanks now, and we are doing more and being able to do more.
Brewing
So
bigger batches.
yeah. So hopefully that will change in the near future, and we'll be able to get a little bit more out there. But it's
Brew schedules are
Yeah, and we only have one full-time brewer, and then we have.
Is that your son?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then both Mike and Drew.
Does Mike have any plans to come into the business full time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, once he retires.
Is he close to? Because you can retire at a pretty reasonable age in
Yes,
the
he's-
law enforcement,
He's
right?
close. He can feel it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can feel it.
Toes are getting out
Especially
the door.
right now, this day and age right now,
Yeah.
it's not exactly fun going to work every day for him. So,
No.
but yeah, no. So hopefully we'll be able once we get
Is he excited about it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
is.
Because his name's Mike.
Yeah.
Mike Cliffs, right?
Yeah.
So he retired
Aren't
this
all
last
brewers
year.
named Mike? Is that not at
You know what?
They're
I
all
think
on
a
Mike,
lot
and they
of
better
them-
have
Oh,
a beard.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
You say
Yeah.
that because isn't one of the brewers at Moonshot named Mike?
No.
Mike as well.
Camden
Yeah.
and Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
I
Ryan,
was off.
that Ryan, and my Ryan. So Ryan must be another popular one.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, well that'll be good. Well, I'm excited that we got to sit down.
yeah, me too. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
Are you wrapping this up?
Sure.
It sounded like okay then. So we're all done with 40 minutes of recorded stuff to see how we're gonna do with this.
Wow, I was on a mission today with just the
Yeah, you
questions
knocked this
and
one
stuff
out.
like that. Let's see what's going on this week. Well, there's a
Well, we don't
wine
have to be
social.
timely.
Well, wine social opened up,
Yeah.
so that's really
So
cool.
did you go? Have you gone?
Yes, I've been twice. Mark Newman, who kind of ran Bernard Griffin, he also has his own wine
Is
label.
that who's doing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good for him.
Yes. So it's very cute. And Ethos, I think, is going to maybe open this next week. He's allowing, so Wine Social is allowing people to bring food in. He has a few like charcuterie plates, and he
But
has
you
a
got it out
pretzel.
for wine.
Right, but he's got bubbles. He's got beer. Do you guys can your beer ever?
Just Crowler.
Okay.
Just the Crowlers.
So he's got some canned and bottled
Have you
beer.
thought about doing a canning run?
Again, it's that
So you
whole
have
supply and
thought about
demand
it.
thing.
I can see that you've thought about it.
Yes, we have thought about it, but again,
Okay.
it's one of those until I think we can brew, more than 2 or 3 days a week, like actual batches. I think
Right.
that's going to be hard to.
Right.
So we just fly through it in the tap room.
Well, and you gotta hold it at some. I mean, it's gotta
Mm-hmm.
ferment for a few weeks. So even if someone came in and bought a 30-barrel batch, you'd have to hold 30 barrels back for that.
Yeah, it
so.
would be. Yeah, that would be really tough. Right
Yeah.
now. We do have. I mean, we were like, we bought all of Shrub Steps stuff when they,
So maybe a small run.
we could probably
could
do
do-
a small run
Okay.
if we planned for it.
Oh yeah.
And definitely
I'm
have to
scheming
plan.
something. In case
Yeah,
you can't tell.
yeah. I'm like,
Ooh, Dad's got a plan.
definitely have to.
You should be a little beer
Plan
distributor.
for
You'd be
it.
good at it.
I thank you. Actually, one of the best compliments I ever had came from Big John, thinking that I could help him out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Big John.
Well,
right?
you helped
I
White
hope
Cliffs
so.
out with that kind of stuff, didn't you? Or was it always the other guy? What was that guy's name? White
I
Cliffs.
don't know whose name you're dropping this time. So.
The gentleman who would go around and sell the beer.
Who? Oh, Pat.
Pat.
Oh, Pat was their
Is he
full-time
not there
sales
anymore?
guy. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I haven't done much with them since COVID started. So.
Oh, got ya.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one. I think he was kind of an older gentleman, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Alec Lab. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Interesting bloke.
Squirrel.
And,
Yeah.
um,
Oh my gosh, it's upside down.
you sit down and ask him one time about he had a really great business venture.
Oh no,
about
I
10 or
did
15
sit down.
years
He
ago
wanted a
for-
text club, and I was so confused.
Yeah. Oh, for his wine club. He had
Yes.
a wine club idea. He invented like a like a what are they rollerblade. He invented a rollerblade that had these brakes and like they could like self-propelling thing that were like way back like 20 years ago. He had a company
Really?
and produced them, and it's interesting.
Yeah, he's an entrepreneur at
He is,
heart. Like,
yeah.
can't stop thinking about new ideas and things like that. He also was doing some stuff with Bitcoin.
Yep.
Again, this was like 3, 4, 5, maybe. God, the years go by so fast.
This town has so many people you can sit down and have a beer
Yeah.
and just hear some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That have a little bit of brilliance in all of them, though,
Oh
I must
yeah.
say.
Well, I mean, the number of PhDs that are in this area,
Yeah.
we're like saturated,
Yeah.
Sometimes that's.
which just makes people extra kooky.
Yeah, it does. But I love that, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
We're
some
never
of the
bored.
and some of the people you would never in a million years think that you could sit down and get
Have a
along
convo
with
with.
and have a conversation with and stuff. Sometimes ends up being the best
It does.
thing, and quite a friendship out of it. So
Right.
kind of cool to
Right. I feel like a lot of things have changed in this COVID. I know I've gone through a lot of different, like I've started meditating, I've started, watching shows I never thought I would ever watch on things like that. I just think it's because it's been so stressful, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. So,
I haven't done, since we opened bombing range, I haven't done a garden, I haven't mowed my own yard, all this stuff. Well,
Things you miss, yeah.
You're a big animal lover, right?
Yeah.
Your whole family. Yeah, you have quite a few animals, don't you? Yeah.
You get a little
No business
menagerie.
having the animals I have right now, but they're all old. They're like, it's the geriatric ward at the Hops, and so.
But what do you have? You have like cougars and things?
No,
Or do you
no,
like...
I mean, we have like 3 dogs. We
Oh,
have
okay.
a cat. We have 6 chickens. We have
Didn't
like
one of
30
your cats
fish.
or your dogs
Oh,
have
wow.
kittens or puppies or something
Have
recently?
our dogs have kittens?
My husband, yeah. One of my dogs had kittens. No.
We are
No.
kind of close to
My
hamsters.
husband, God love him, is a huge cat man, and he rescued this cat off the streets of G-Town.
Okay.
Streets of Grandview. This cat worked her way into his heart. He built her a little house and would bring her food and stuff outside the PD, and then finally one day he was like, I really want to bring Kitters home.
What is her name?
Kitters.
Kitters,
Mhm,
okay.
It's very original. Very original. And so I was like, of course you do. And he, and I can't say word because I brought horses home. I've brought
I think once you bring a
dogs
horse home, you've lost all hands.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he
Bringing
said.
it.
He's like, I know you're not going to say no because remember the 2 horses I walked into the yard and was like, what are you doing with these horses?
Do you have acreage?
We did in Benton City when before we moved to town. We did, and I would literally go and get a horse, and he would come home and go out to feed him, and he'd be like, "Why is there an extra horse?" I'm like, "Oh, there is." I don't know.
Where did that come
I
from?
don't even know what happened.
I mean, I understand there are wild horses out in those hills. I mean,
Yeah.
are there also just semi-domesticated stray horses out there?
No, I'm sure I was rescuing them somehow.
I believe you were. Absolutely. Their lives were definitely better. having met
Definitely
you.
better. So yeah. Anyway, so we have the geriatric. All of our dogs are old. Anyway, so my husband brings this cat home. The cat's pregnant
Oh.
And had puppies.
and having puppies. So I was like, okay. I said, well, I'll go get her fixed. And Mike's like, I can't. I'm like, well, so we're gonna have kittens too.
So did the cat actually have kittens yet? or-
Yes.
Okay. Did
she
you give some of them away?
We actually were they were all. My son took one.
Okay.
And then 2 of my girlfriends, 3 of my girlfriends, 2 of them, because there's 4. We kept Mama, and then there was 4 kittens. So everybody I knew, I mean, it was all friends that I knew and stuff that took the darn cats. So they all have great homes.
Does Tracy and Reed have another cat?
They have the 2.
Oh, so they didn't take one of yours.
Frank and Charlie.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
We're just down to one cat. It's our daughter's because she brought it home years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the first cat that was. This one's mine. Like it's her cat, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a grand cat even to us. Everybody else has kind of worked themselves out of the family,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not trying to bring anybody home right now and just see if we can't empty nest
how
this.
nice that must feel.
It's difficult because it's a lonely thing. I like pets too.
We do too. I
miss my
know.
cat.
We're like, even when these 3 dogs go to Jesus, I'm sure we're gonna end up getting at least one more.
Yeah.
But hopefully just one.
Yes.
1 dog, 1 cat would be nice. Can never get rid of my bitches because I love them.
Aw.
That's the chickens.
Nice.
I do
Are they
think
laying
chickens are
working
very, very
ladies?
Oh,
cute.
yeah,
Okay.
they're working ladies. Yes, they
Okay.
are. They are.
So they're not
working-
the fancy chickens with
Well, I
the,
have one little one.
Okay.
Her little name's Princess. She's a little Cochin. So
those
she,
are the fancy ones with the hair
Cochin?
that's
Yeah,
kinda,
the
what
little
color?
Cochin. She's a little tan. She's tan and white. She's just a little. She's a little petite thing. So she's old. I have 2 old ones and then 4.
So do you have them in the backyard? Because don't we have like hawks and stuff? I mean, how do you prevent them?
We do have that, but we had our old dog kennel. We changed into a chicken pen.
Okay.
So and then we have a completely 100% covered
Okay.
area and their house. And Mike made it tall enough so that I could walk. I can walk around in there
No
with them
rabbits?
and stuff.
Okay.
No.
I really think rabbits are very cute. I wouldn't mind having some big rabbits.
Would you like a
there.
rabbit?
I heard they